Why do you think people should invest in XRP?
Well, XRP, to me, I can only speak for myself, but the reason why I invested in it is because XRP to me is more than just a token. It's like, I think of it as a train track, and XRP is the train that moves money. That's the main purpose of it, to move money cross borders, right? For cross-border payments. So, and the technology is amazing because you can do cross-border payments, like send like $10,000, $10 million, for example, and it could reach you. You could be on the other side of the planet and you could send money within like 2 to 3 seconds, 5 seconds tops. You know, so I think we really need that technology because the financial structure right now desperately needs it. The banks desperately need it. And I don't really know of any other token that's as fast as XRP. You have others that are similarly close, you know, but not quite as fast as XRP. So it's more of a bridge token to send money cross-border overseas in like lightning speed. And there's a name for that. So I just remembered what it is. It's called instant settlement. So it's like instantaneous. The way you receive the money, it's instantaneous, right? So you could be in Jamaica, for example, you could have been robbed, and you could be like, oh, Sean, can you send me some money, you know? Someone robbed me, took my wallet, whatever the case may be, and I could send you money. I could send you $2,000, for example, and you can receive it in less than like 3 seconds. So that's the importance of the technology, and that's why it's valuable, you know. So
Okay, and what about Quant? I heard that's a good investment. Why should people invest in Quant, the token?
wow, that's a big one. So quant comes from the word quantum, right? Quantum to me, it means like super fast. So the difference between a quantum computer and like say a digital computer is like light years away. It's like comparing the speed of sound to the speed of light. It's like 1,000 times faster. So quant is more like it's like a database, you know, and it's what they call inoperable. It's able to connect to all data systems, right? So it's like it stores data. It's like a big ass data center. Imagine that. And anything in the way of like say Gmail, any kind of app like GPT, Chat GPT connects to this thing. So in order for you to even operate like a Gmail or an app or anything of that sort, it has to connect to Quant. Quant connects to everything. So it's like the mother board of all mothers. It's like the big granddaddy, right? That communicates with all systems. You know when people say, oh, I'm saving it to the cloud?
Yeah.
Quant is the cloud, where everything is stored and communicates with everything. So think of it like that. It's like the God's eye. Remember the movie Fast and Furious?
Yes.
Where they had the gods. Think of it like that. Yeah.
That's everything.
But
So what about Stellar, XRP?
Stellar. So Stellar Lumens is similar to XRP,
Yeah.
but from what I know, Stellar is going for the how should I say, retail, whereas XRP is more working with institutions, banks, and so forth, right? So they're similar, but they're going for two separate parts of the market. One is more for, so pretty soon, everything that you buy, physical merchandise, will be tokenized. It will be digital. So one day you might see people buying their favorite, I don't know, their favorite pair of shoes using Stellar token, you know? So that's what I know of Stellar.
And what is your price prediction for like XRP, Stellar, and Quantum?
Oh man. Well, I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't really like, putting out like, what's the word? Price predictions. But I would say, from what, the analysts are saying, I think realistically by the end of the year, or by going into 2026 first quarter, maybe $10 to $20. If it goes to $20, I would be ecstatic. Stellar, man. I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one to predict. But usually when XRP goes up, Stellar follows. So it could go up to, who knows? I hope it goes up to $1. That would be nice. Oh, you said Quant?
Yes, in Quant.
So Quant for me has always been like a long-term investment. So it's just one of those things where I bought it and it's like set it and forget it. So, but I think it's going to be extremely valuable in the future, and I think it could go to $10,000 for Quant, or even higher for that matter. Who knows? But I'm going to be holding on to Quant. I don't plan on selling my Quant anytime soon. So.
And what do you think about gold? Do you think that's a good investment?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And what are the reasons for that? Why do you think?
Gold, man, gold is the investment. That's the ultimate investment right now. Gold and silver and any precious metal, I think, just because of the economy and the way things are going, and the debt that America and Canada are in, I don't see that going away anytime soon. And gold and silver are like inflation. Okay, so gold and silver is like an inflationary asset. So the more they keep on printing money, the more gold and silver is going to go up. Right now I think China controls like 75% of the precious metals market. And if they choose to cut us off, then we're in the shit. But from what I know, there's a silver squeeze right now, or silver pinch, and there's not enough silver in the world to meet the demand for all the different industrial uses for silver. It's an industrial metal, so it's used in every electronic device, medical instruments, surgical tools. It's used for so many different things. Solar panels, electric cars, batteries. So the demand for electrical vehicles and like the new technology it's like we just can't keep up with the demand. So the price for gold and silver is going to keep on going up because that's God's money. It ain't going nowhere. We've been using it as money for like 6,000 years, and it's always going to hold its value. So gold and silver is a good hedge against inflation. And rich people have always gone to gold and silver to protect their assets in time of recession or depression. So if you just look at history, you know, whenever there was a recession or a depression, what did people do? People went to gold. You know, if you look at the Canadian history, you know, everyone was coming out to the Yukon, you know, Saskatchewan, all those places, because everyone wanted to get rich. During the Depression, gold was the number one asset to hold, you know.
And
so
what is your price prediction on that in like the next 5 to 10 years?
wow, I think, man, on the low end, maybe 20,000 for gold per ounce. On the high end, who knows, 50,000. Because the price of gold and silver is being manipulated. You know, that's just the facts, man. The banks, they be manipulating the price of gold and silver. If silver was the actual price that it should be, the average person wouldn't be able to afford a computer, a cell phone. It would just be too high. And those Fortune 500 companies like Teslas and the Microsofts and the Googles, imagine how many thousands of tons of silver they have to buy each year to produce their cell phones or their electric cars. And so the price has to maintain, it has to be cheap, right? Silver should be 3 digits right now based on the debt, right? I don't know the exact calculation, but I know it's based on the debt, how much silver and gold is in circulation, how much is in the ground, right? And they can predict the value, right? But if they keep on printing money like they're doing, I don't see them stopping anytime soon, the price of gold and silver is just continuing to keep on going up, right? So it would be very wise for anybody to invest in gold and silver right now. Yeah, that's my number one investment right now.